as you will hear, Logan's essay is also about a truly life-changing experience that he went through with his family. His ability to write in a way that shows his kind spirit is a true gift. All of his teachers, myself included, are so proud of him for the kindness he shows to every single person that he comes into contact with. There is no doubt that his positivity comes from the freeing experience he will share with us today. I know Logan also worked extremely hard on his essay, and I'm so excited today that you all have the opportunity to be inspired by his work, just as I was when I read it. Congratulations, Logan. Come forward and share your essay with us.
Alright. Oh, they already have one. There you go. It's the hard days, the days that challenge you to the core, that determine who you are. You will be defined not just by what you achieve, but how you survive. Obviously not written by me, Steven Spielberg. It was the morning of December 3rd, 2013, when I noticed something was up. My mom had just left our freshly painted oak gray house to see the doctor, again. Even though I was 9 years old, I had begun to notice that these appointments were more common. I suspected that they may have been due to my mom's frequent headaches. I was sort of right. My mother, the woman who loved me more than anyone, was leaving for a CAT scan of her head that had been prescribed by her Dr. Valori. To this day, my mom insists that Dr. Valori saved her life. As soon as my mom returned to the competitive Dyer house, my brother and I were arguing over a Cavs game, I knew something was terribly wrong. When she sat down, hair in her ruffled ponytail, the game's sounds disappeared into her serious silence. I had never seen her this scared, and I haven't since. As she began to speak, it felt as a giant was squeezing me. The words she blurted out to my 4-year-old brother, me, and my dad were a blur. The only word I heard was tumor. She described the tumor as either being bad or removable. This was her simple way of saying that she either had a cancer or a massive cells behind her huge almond eyes I inherited. 2 weeks later, on the morning of December 17th, my mom woke me up like every other day. But this time, it seemed different. Instead of her typical harsh shaking, it was a gentle nudge like a feather in the wind. She kindly held me down in my new bunk bed ladder, oak and sturdy, and gave me a small oak box. The box didn't seem like much to the 9-year-old me, but then I realized what was in it. The gold 2005 Liberty Freedom coin that I had been eyeing on for months at the Hartville coin shop. We walked downstairs, one of my arms tightly cradled behind my mom. The others clung to the box and the precious gold coin. The coin was my mom's present to me, the day that could have been her last. How someone going through such a personal trauma could think of others was stunning to me. I know I would never do something like that, and I couldn't imagine many others doing it either. What strength. Then she told me something that I would never forget. She told me it was her Freedom Day. I was stunned. Didn't she know she was going to have brain surgery? That it could alter her personality or worse? Yet, there she was, persevering through what had been a terrible ordeal with a remarkable positive attitude that allowed her to see all that lay before her, not as fear, but as freedom. Freedom from that softball-sized brain tumor. Freedom from all of her headaches. Freedom from the pain of just seeing police lights speeding by at night. She pointed to the small oak box in my hand. That coin represents our new freedoms as a family and our good times to come, she told me. I swore I would never lose it. Her surgery was successful. She spent 2 more days in the hospital under severe medicine. Still wobbling, my mom, less than 2 days removed from her major brain surgery, left the hospital and attended my brother's preschool play. I didn't know that I'd ever seen her more happy. She smiled the whole time. My mom decided to persevere by doing One simple thing, living. 6 months later, she went to the Great Wall of China. Even though she could still feel the cerebral spinal fluid dripping in her head, she walked over 2,000 steps up and down the ancient wonder. Every second she can enjoy, she does. She takes extra time with my brother and me. She lives. She perseveres. Her approach to challenges has even changed me, freeing herself from negative things to focus on positively taught me something. That is freedom. Watching her enjoy life at such a difficult time had taught me how to enjoy life. It is impossible to watch her gracious attitude without taking it to heart. With this simple moral in mind, I now try to live life with freedom and more appreciation than ever. To show our gratitude for our mom's victory over her tumor, my mom and I have been going every year to Washington, D.C. to lobby for the American Brain Tumor Association. We do this to increase federal funding of research into brain tumors. This action of just simply helping others has changed my life and given me and my mom a greater purpose. But more than anything, it allows us to compare our current situation with what happened 5 years ago and realize that we can get through it. We can persevere, because my mom did. Throughout my whole experience with my mom, I have learned how to live freely through the tough times and show gratitude and appreciation. We still celebrate Freedom Day, each December 17th. We look back and realize how much that 2005 Liberty coin made my year Mom gave birth to me has changed us as people and certainly as family.